Take two.
Hello, welcome to Take Two, and this week it's coming from the BBC's Elstree studios. We've had so many letters from people who like Grange Hill that we've decided to come here and devote the whole programme to a behind-the-scenes look. And this is how it all starts. Every morning with the cast arriving in the Grange Hill coach. Here they come. Grange Hill's recorded by what's called an outside broadcast unit, or a scanner. That's a scanner behind me, and all the wires for the cameras are connected to it. It may look just like an ordinary van from the outside, but inside it's a mini TV control room. Come have a look.
And cut to two. Crash in. Georgina looking over. Cue Georgina to look over. Looking over to Ant. And back to two. Cue them out.
One next.
Cue them out. And following them out.
151. Two next.
And cue Danny.
Not here again, Jonesy. Can't keep away from the place.
I could have saw you, Dan. You're not the attraction.
I should hope not.
Maybe they'll let you join. No, I don't think you're allowed to kick it. What you lot doing then? Going for a coffee in 6 years, lot. Wanna come? How'd you get in? Julie's 6 years, she'll get it, see? Yeah, all right then.
Very nice, thank you. Back. We'll go once again on that, please. First position. Simon, is the wind's blowing it back into your... It's especially that line going for a coffee in a sit block. All right, that line. Going for a coffee in a sixth form block. It's really shouted out because the wind's blowing it away. All right.
Simon, how did your character come about? Who is he? What does he do?
He's a fourth year. He's always been in the schools, has suddenly emerged. He's flash, if you like, but he's likeable, I think. I hope so, anyway.
Here we go, then, and cue Ricky.
Can't you find yourself a bird at St. Joseph's?
You seen it? No. You don't want him, mate.
That bad, is it?
School's all right, though. It's a lot better than this place. And we got a decent football team. Oh, he's not so bad this year. Had some good results. Oh, we'll have to give him a game then.
Well, Ant's left now. He's actually gone to the private school that his father was going to take him to. And basically he'll be appearing in a few episodes, just visiting Georgina and friends and things. And just hang around the school gates, really.
Well, he has gone to St. Joseph's and he wasn't coming back. But he has been very popular and is also a very good actor. And it seems a shame not to see a little more of him. So, in fact, in Series 10, Ant does return, but he's hovering around the school gates trying to see his friend Georgina. And there's all sorts of adventures and scrapes he gets into. He gets into a little more trouble than he anticipates, actually.
We had a lot of mail coming into the presentation, we had a lot of mail coming into Take Two, and I assume there's mountains of it coming here. What's your mailbag been like?
It's been a marvellous response. It's really surprised me, because for being for the first year. And it's taken off quite well. You know, I get a lot of sympathetic mail because of the part I played. You know, people feeling sorry for me about Bronson. But it's really nice. It's great.
Ricky and I worked very hard on those scenes and tried to put, I think, both sides, not only Bronson baddie, but possibly Aunt Jones baddie as well. And so, yes, I think we did show both sides of the coin.
Mr. Bronson seems to be right on top of things as he tricycles his way around the track. It's only the aerodynamics of his motor that keeps his wheels on the ground.
Jones, how are you? All right. Good. Gave us quite a scare running off like that. I was all worried. Still, as long as you are back safe and sound. Mrs. McCluskey tells me you will not be with us next term.
No, sir.
That's a pity. I'm sorry to hear that. You will be a loss to our languages department. But I'm sure you will do as well at St. Joseph's as you would have done with us. Look, if you do have any problems, You might consider bringing them to us.
Sir.
Good. Good.
He's one of the nicest actors you could meet, and he's extremely professional. And he taught me a lot because, apart from this, I hadn't done much television, so he taught me a lot about television technique and everything. And he was a great help.
Cool these mugs. Go cold coffee in them. No, that's tea. You ain't got any coffee yet.
It'd be a shame for you to stir yourself and get some, wouldn't it? Him, stir himself. It's as much as he could do to stir his tea.
Oh, half. Anyway, what's the point? Partridge says she's going to get a jar. There's some empty cups on the side over there.
Yeah, and they've got dirty great rings round them. But we're all supposed to take it in turns to wash up, remember?
See what you started?
In the Grange Hill series, the head mistress is Mrs. McCluskey. The actual programme does have its headmaster, or, to give him his proper title, the producer, and he's Ron Smedley. Ron, do you have to act like a headmaster sometimes?
I am the ultimate source of discipline. They are disciplined right along the line. In fact, they have to put up with a lot of discipline, far more than they do at their ordinary school. And in the end, if a child can't cope with it, they are brought in here. And I do have to tell them off. And sometimes I have to tell them off to the extent that I say they can't cope with Grange Hill. And principals or walk-ons, they'll just have to go back to their ordinary school and forget it.
How do you both get into trouble then, the pair of you? What are you told off?
Me and him are always fighting, right? Arguing, fighting, whatever. We do it. As old boys do. And they're not heavy on you, don't really give it a good shout and that, but you know, they say to you, look, calm
It's
down.
just mostly wandering off all the time.
Yeah, wandering off.
Just wandering off and being late.
There are a couple of boys I must speak to tomorrow very severely and tell them that their behaviour, not on set, but their behaviour here in the tutor rooms and in the green room is not acceptable. And unless they do something about it, then they must go back to their ordinary schools. And George was late this morning for the second time, so I shall probably have to have a word with George later on this afternoon when we've finished recording.
Over there, it says anybody caught vandalising this telephone will be reported to Ron Smedley.
Yeah, well, it's been known to be vandalised or fiddled, or people ringing the operator and saying, oh, put me money in, and it just made a bleeping noise, you know, that sort of thing.
You know all the tricks then, do you?
No, it's been known to be done, so you don't vandalise the phone.
Keeping a watchful eye over the Grange Hill kids are the chaperones, Maureen MacDonald, who's Lee MacDonald's mum, and June Bettles, whose daughter Alison plays Faye. Do they behave?
No. Not all the time, no.
If we could find them half the time, we'd be all right. They tend, the older ones who tend to be near non-chaperoning age, disappear a lot if they can. They're more,
sort of go in toilet.
But basically, they're good. Yeah, they're not bad, are they?
No. Most of the time, they're all right.
We've been good as far as we go, as far as kids go.
We're just kids, or we was, and that's how it is. We smuck about and...
We never did something to harm anybody, you know. Everything was below the, a bit below the belt, you know, but...
Well, as soon as it come on set, we knew what we was doing. Yeah. This is just when we went Wales and places like that, and it was offset. It was really, we got to quite some things for little kids, didn't it?
Yeah, when you think about it.
Well, two of you, Alison and Lee, your mums are chaperones.
Yeah.
Were they
my
chaperones?
mum weren't chaperone then, thank God. She's now, and I'm sort of a bit older, so I watch where I'm going, but it must have been a bit annoying for Alison.
Everything that happened, whether I did it or not, according to my mum, I did it. So in the end, I sort of did it so that she told me off for a good reason, you know. So she wasn't telling me off for nothing. But I didn't do most of the stuff that she told me off for, but they stuck up for them and got me out of a lot.
Is it easy to have your own children within a production?
No. It's very hard.
Because you tend to pick on them
Because you tend
more.
to pick on your own children more than the other children.
Because you would imagine, really, that a lot of people would say, well, they get favouritism, but it's turned straight the way around.
Far from it.
No. Because you couldn't, because all the other kids would jump on you anyway.
So if there's a crowd of children and they're all doing something wrong, you shout at your own one rather than shout at the others.
There's other legal requirements for actors and actresses under 16, aren't there?
Yes, in as much as not only does the child want to have to do it, of course the parents have to say yes, so does the school, and so does the local education authority in which the school finds itself. And they all have to agree. The child has to have a medical to show that they're physically fit enough to cope with the strain of working on a series like this. And then according to their age, they may only work for a limited number of days within the year. I mean, a child between the age of 13 and 16 can only work for, I think it's 80 days in the year. And those days have to be, as you know, half working on the set and half in our tutor rooms working at schoolwork.
What about this tutoring that you have to do?
What about it?
Yeah. What is it?
It's not very nice.
It's just worse than school.
Why is it worse than school?
Because in school you've got people talking, but you can talk about. But when you're in this tutor room, you have to sit down and do your work, and I don't like that. Unless I'm reading a good book.
When do they go to the States?
They go to the States.
Well, we have to make sure that they get their 3 hours tutoring each day. We take them sort of from the tutor room onto the set, back from the set back into the tutoring room. Wherever they go, we have to go.
It's funny in a way because you're in a school in a set sort of thing. You're in a school, and you say you're messing about in the classroom or whatever. You're messing around, and then all of a sudden you're in a tutor room. It's in a school, the same sort of thing, but you got to just sit there and do your work. Funny, and it's weird feeling.
Like everyone loves it when it comes to dinner time, and they just get into the green room because you have it's 3 hours you do, and then that's the minimum. Is it the minimum?
I don't know.
Minimum or maximum or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Once you do that, you can come into the green room.
Get ready for the crucible.
Now, you may have thought that because we were on the set of Grange Hill and we devoted the whole programme to it, that we wouldn't do the painting and written criticism competitions. Ha-ha! Well, you're wrong, because we're going to do them. And we have two very distinguished guests to announce the winners. And we'll start with the written criticism competition. And this week's winner is Diane Folks from Chingford, who's 16.
Dear Take Two, for years I have enjoyed this wonderful programme, and as it's matured, I have found the stories more interesting and very real to life. The programme also shows many personal problems that the majority of teenagers encounter almost every day. Choosing Zamo to be the victim who started using drugs was a clever idea, as he's a very popular and friendly character. Seeing him slowly lose his money, health, honesty, and most importantly, his friends, would scare anyone enough not to mess about with any kind of drugs. The performance from Lee MacDonald was very convincing and touching. This was a very delicate subject to try and put across, but I believe that the programme was very successful in the way that it tackled this serious problem. The overall standard of acting is very high. Mr. Bronson is played by a brilliant actor. Since his first appearance, I have grown to hate him more, and my full sympathy goes out to poor Aunt Jones. I always have and always will love Grange Hill and its characters, and I would never miss an episode. I hope it carries on for years to come. Miss Diane Folks. P.S. Love to Philip. I think he's gorgeous.
Well, thank you very much, Diane. I don't know what to say. Now, that's the winner in the written criticism competition, and now the winner in the painting competition. And Michael Sheard, who plays Mr. Bronson, will announce the winner. I've got it hidden underneath here. We'll keep it hidden for just a few seconds longer.
Thank you. Hey, this is wonderful. Bit like the Oscars, this, isn't it? And the winner is Suzanne Thurston, aged 11, from Ilford in Essex.
There's an article on Ron Smedley's wall that says the other day you went up somewhere and got mobbed.
Yes, I was signing some records for the Just Say No campaign in a store in Kettering. And we did 2 stores, and one of them went okay. But at the second one, a few more people than we expected turned up. And in the end, we couldn't actually get into the shop. So they cancelled it, and we was in the car park getting ready to go. A couple of people came up, asked for the autograph. I was doing that, and I looked up, and there was literally hundreds of teenagers running towards me. And it just turned out to be chaos after that.
Because some of you have been mobbed, haven't you?
Yeah, we went up to Bolton, and we was in the middle of a square, me, Alison and Maluki, who's left now. And it was really scary. The kids went mad. They just mobbed us. We was in the middle. The police come and was pushing us out the way, wasn't it? Then we was putting a Rumbelow shop out the way, and they shut the doors, and there's all kids on the window. All their faces screwed up.
It's really scary though, wasn't it?
It was really scary, but once we was in Rumblow's, it was all right. And then we spent the rest of the afternoon in the police station, in the cells.
Does it frighten you, Melissa?
It can be frightening. I mean, if you're somewhere.
It was a bit the other day, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, the other day we did this disco, and all of a sudden I've seen Lee disappear, and all these girls just go grabbed him. Then you see Lee like fighting out, covered in lipstick.
All these girls, and I got my shirt grabbed, and they was all really tall. So I was, and they was just everywhere grabbing me from it. My neck was round there, my face, like, it was really difficult. And then there was another geezer grabbing me out, so they're grabbing me that way, and the geezer was grabbing me this way, so it was...
Have you having danger money, sir?
Yeah.
He's on his way. Come on, Jonah, don't panic. It's there. Shh. Get him up. Come on. Where's he? Go!
All right, all right. Serves you right, Browning.
How's your bad foot, Rolly? Yeah. Which one are you living on today? You old skiver. Who's your girlfriend over there, Samo? Fill up! Yeah, I reckon you was only pretending that canoe the other day, so she swim over and give you the kiss of life. Leave us, Sack.
Lee, what do you think when you look back on the old Grange Hill videos?
It's good, because when you're doing this from year to year, you forget what you've done. Then when you see clips like that, which I haven't seen for ages, it really brings back memories, and some of them times were really good. And just watching it's great, it's really good.
Because you're one of the longest standing members of the cast.
Yeah.
Certainly amongst the kids.
Me, Erkin and Alison have been in it now for, this is our 6th year. Longer than I was at school.
Did you imagine that you were going to spend so much time in the series?
No, because from year to year, it's sort of they choose their characters and you hope you're in it, and now I've been in it my 6th year. And I'm glad, because I've really enjoyed it. It's been good.
Behind the playground. Pin it, yeah.
That's the idea. And make sure you can see me, because then I can see you, of course. What's this
Keep it going happy. Good, right.
That's nice.
Show your teeth.
You must look to me. Come to me. I want to see all.
Show your teeth, my Lukey. Show your teeth.
That's nice. Lovely.
Happy, happy, happy.
Some in colour, please.
Are you going to miss Grange Hill? Because you're progressing on to maybe other things now.
I will, because it's a wonderful atmosphere. There's not many jobs in acting, apart from soap operas, which Grange Hill could really be classed as. That there's such a spirit, such a warm spirit, because everyone works with each other for so long. everyone gets to know each other and it's a really friendly atmosphere. So I will miss that part of it.
When Grange Hill finishes, which is sort of early next year, hopefully sooner on this year the boxing season starts again. I want to take that really serious, sort of running every morning, 5 mornings in the week, then training sort of 7 nights a week. I want to get fit, win the ABAs maybe 2 or 3 times, which is a national championship, and then boxing the Commonwealth and then boxing the Olympics in '88. That's my ambition.
What about you, Melissa? What would you like to do when Grange Hill finishes for you?
I'd like to carry on acting. I mean, you know, because Grange Hill wasn't my first job. I hope it won't be my last. I'd like to do some theatre, actually, go in and do some theatre instead of... Because most of the work I have done has been like films and television, and I think I'd like the theatre experience.
What would you like to do as a career? Are you both continuing with the acting?
Yeah.
I would like to, but I would like to play for Scotland against England at Wembley.
Both Scotland fans, you see, so we both like to play for Scotland. Well, he
Yeah,
would.
but I was born in Scotland. He won't.
Well, it don't matter.
I really would, if I could really sort of get my mind to it, I'd love to, like, this is really ambitious, you know, I'd love to eventually get my own hair salon or something like that, because I love sort of hair and makeup and all the rest of it. But I'd like to get my sort of, well, it's a bit of an ambition, but one day you never know. And I'd like to get a really nice car as well.
You're going to pass your test first.
Yeah.
Lisa?
What, my ambitions?
What would you like to do?
Stay in acting. That's all I really want to do.
Now, you mentioned that you'd like to go to Hollywood. Do you think you'll have any problems getting work over there?
Yeah, I mean, America's a completely different film industry as well, isn't it? You know what I mean? There's different films, different everything. But my accent stopped me mainly because no one in America would probably understand me. You know what I mean? It's too fast. Well, they understood the Beatles, but I don't think they understand me. Tell you the truth. You reckon?
I can't.
Lee can't. And I've known him for a year, I'd.
Well, that's as far as we take the Grange Hill story, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's the end. These 9 members of the cast are travelling to America to take part in a special campaign, an anti-drugs campaign called Just Say No Week, and you can see the result of that in a Newsround Drug Watch special on Friday. We're back in the studio on Wednesday, so we'll see you then. I think it's home time now.
Paul? Michelle? Yeah. John? John Sorensen? George? Peter? Dawn? Nicola Dillon? That's it. I don't know, listen to your bloody public records. Shut your mouth. Shut your big mouth. Shut your mouth. Shut it, right? Shut it.